Hey YouTubers, X Factor here with some Nose Hair Canals Conquest gameplay. Queek's going to be gunning for me here in a split second, and we're going to do something a little bit differently. We're going to feature some live gameplay talking about the most important flag in the game, which is C, and then we're going to go back into the game, into an empty server, and demonstrate a couple things. So why is C so important? One, it's central to the map. That's it. It's close to everything, and it's a luxury to have. Number two, if you're spawning on the carrier, if you're on the US side, you want to fight tooth and nail to get this because the spawns and the topography. First, you need to know where the spawns are. They're in the Fibics, which I'm looking at. They're in the warehouse behind me to my left. They're on the hill above, and they're in the trains to the right. This is one of the nastiest flags and hardest flags to take. So, if the enemy team's flashing it, you might want to spawn NG because there's a chance that the Amtrak tank LAV's there, and you're going to get a great spawn. By the way, if you're an armor, don't ever stop moving because you're going to eat a sandwich. And these type of sandwiches are not as good as peanut butter jelly sandwiches. I promise. I've had plenty, including in this round, a couple guys got me when I got caught out of position on D. If you're rolling in as infantry, take the high ground and make sure you camp the outside in, kind of like the D Sane crossing flag. Make sure you got guys around looking down. It's really going to help you out. If you're on the flag, make sure you clear Fibics and look outside. So if you're outside, look in. If you're on the inside, look out. So we survived, got that back, and now let's talk about the nasty things you can do as US if you get that and get set up. Now let's talk about the nasty games that you can play if you're playing from the US side, the carrier side, and you capture C. Number one, some of your spawns are in these hills. Why is that important? Because it keeps you off the A and the B stuff if you're getting in trouble and pushed from those lanes. Now, what does RU have that you don't have? They have easy access to vehicles to get them to C, A, and B. What can you take away from them? The easy lane. The hills have eyes. If your team is getting pressed for armor, or if you want to shut them down, literally, if you're a recon, drop a soul flame someplace on one of these higher hills, spawn engineer with the javelins, of the RPGs, and more importantly, the mines, and you can literally booby trap the armor that is coming out. In competitive play, we pulled this off all the time. It was a common strat in 8s back in the day. What do? Hide in these rocks. There's tons of them to choose from, so mix up your looks that you're going to give them. More importantly, get some mines down if you've got a teammate you're playing with or just yourself. Now, you guys are really crafty when it comes to mines, and there's several thought processes. Put them in the rubble of stuff so they're hard to see. Put two on top of each other. But my recommendation is space them out so that they have to sit and blow up every single mine. Why? Because it takes them time. The thing I love most is when I'm in armor is if somebody clumps up 2 or 3 mines in a short distance hoping to get a kill cluster, it takes me 1 or 2 LAV shells or 1 tank shell, and I'm off on my way on my wild adventures. So make this a pain in the butt. Meanwhile, you're locking them with a javelin or you're teeing them up for that RPG shot. And make sure you take your time. The worst thing you can do is get anxious and say, oh, wow, there's an LAV coming. Let's shoot him right now. Wait till he gives you that perfect side shot because that maximizes your damage. Don't forget, side shot, straight in, most damage. Side shot angle, not as much damage. Or if you can get behind him, give him that old kiss in the booty. Right? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this type of tutorial, a little bit of live gameplay mixed in with some afterthoughts. If you have any questions or comments, don't forget to leave them below. And as always, thanks for your support, YouTube. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.